DCW, DCW, DCW.
Welcome everybody to this week's Attitude, and it after a very eventful blast, for those of you that watch the stream, of course Attitude comes first in our normal YouTube releases, but it was a very eventful blast. I hope you'll watch it. A lot of critical things happened for those people going forward in Unbreakable coming later next week. Can now tell you for certainty it'll be a #1 contender match for the Triple Crown title. The Pack, the Originals, and Shadow Fox will face off for a shot at #1 contender for the tag team titles. And then we have the Unprofessionals versus the Dangerous Alliance for the tag champions, and Goose versus Donnie for the Triple Crown championship. And then the main event will be a Hell in a Cell match between Webby and Austin. And that will be a nasty, brutal match. But right now, we have Emma Nowicki versus Ursula. And that will open Attitude today. Now, we do know that that at Unprofessional, I'm doing well. Unbreakable, we will also have all the women's titles up for grabs, depending on what happens tonight, because the Tamara has committed to take on Phoenix.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Oregon, Emma.
Or maybe not. Maybe she hasn't. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself there. So, the two... let me try that again. The Unprofessionals, that's what I meant. The Unprofessionals will be taking on the Abyss of Eternity for the tag belts tonight. And depending on who wins that match, may determine the match at Unbreakable. So Emma up against Ursula to start off Attitude. So now we await. Here she comes. It's Ursula.
And her opponent, from the United States of America, Alexia.
So Ursula, last week with Runa, had an opportunity to get into the title picture for the Pixel Pals, but weren't able to get a victory, so they will be looking to continue down that road. As well as, of course, both ladies going after various singles titles. Runa, of course, two-time champion, definitely a threat any time of the day or night. So here we go. These two ladies about to lock up. And comes in and catches Ursula, the more experienced veteran, out of the gate, but instead Ursula able to fire back, take back control, showing off that veteran knowledge and putting a stomp onto Emma. Throws her into the ropes. She comes bouncing out, steps over Ursula. Ursula takes her down, tossing punches now. Of course, last week, the Unprofessionals won the right to face Abyss of Eternity tonight. So they will be looking to try and take the championship. But in the meantime, Ursula and Emma here locking up. Emma connects a kick and then a drop kick, connects again. Misses on that one though. Comes down with an elbow. Trying to make it hurt. Trying to make Ursula tap. Maybe just stretching it out, making it painful. Big European uppercut by Ursula there. Emma throws her into the other corner now. Coming in with a big chop. Ursula down, holding onto her chest in the process of pinning attempt. 1. Back to her feet. Drops Emma with a jawbreaker. And now going for the pin. But no, not enough. Comes in with a big overhand strike on Emma. Emma throws her over the top rope. She's on the apron. Ursula in trouble, but she fights back. Comes bounding back out of there. Takes Emma down. And stretches that back. Bending those arms back, putting pressure as much as she possibly can on the upper part of the back of Emma. Emma now tries to get to her feet and does. Fights her way out of that. Picks her up, but instead gets slammed by Ursula. Ursula controlling a lot of this match. She seems to know what the rookie's going to try and catches her out quite a lot. Tosses her down, bounces up on the first and then to the second, or the third rope, and drops on her. Top rope, I should have. Sunset flip turned into a vice grip. She's got Emma locked in. I don't know if Emma can get out. And no, she can't, and she taps. Ursula once again getting a victory here as she takes out Emma, who struggled to gain a little bit of an advantage in this match. Two competitors now about to meet in the middle of the ring. And they actually shake hands, surprisingly. Emma showing respect to Ursula, who got the victory. And in solid fashion, got the win. Next up, it is Runa versus Lilu. Both of these ladies would love nothing more than to get back into contending for the championship. Both had their opportunities. Both have won and lost. Well, Runa's won. Lilu has come very close, but they're kind of on the outs at the minute, and a win here would certainly set them up with a good chance at the title down the road. Runa, of course, has won a number of number one contendership matches in the past and has been on the road to try and regain her championship. She seems to get it and hold it briefly, but has trouble
making her way to the ring
past a few weeks.
from Tacoma, Washington, Stephanie the Diamond.
And here she comes. former two-time champion. Much like her competitor for the championship, Brenna has been struggling to get back into the title picture, and certainly both of those ladies would love nothing more than to get a championship back again. Here comes Lulu.
And her opponent, from Oregon, Lee Lewis Jacobs.
Lulu has been a very good competitor. She's kind of in that mid-tier of competitors who could definitely be on the road to an internet title championship at some point, and maybe down the road into competing for the world championship. But she needs to rack up a few more wins, and tonight would certainly help set that process in motion. All right, here we go. Wow, two people with a birthday at the same time. Interesting. All right. Two ladies lock up in the middle of the ring. Runa, suplex, standing, holding it up there, raising it up, just lifting her up, letting that blood rush to her head, and then finishes it off. Lulu in deep trouble now. Whoop! But Luna over-calculated and runs into a spear. I think she thought she had Lulu where she wanted her, only to find out that Lulu wasn't buying what she was selling. Now they're outside of the ring. Oh, elbow by Runa, and another. Comes in with a chop and another chop, and then strike, but it misses, and Lulu fires back with a kick. Throws Runa down outside. The count continues. This is now getting dangerous. Rose, it's halfway through the count. Always hated the stalling suplex or the holding up jackhammer forever. Yeah, not a huge fan. Don't see how it works out. Here we go again. 1, 2. We're at 8, and Runa has just been out there fighting Lulu. Sits her up and then gets out. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a count out, aren't we? Yes, we did. Runa celebrates with a big victory over Lulu. But a bit of a cheap one, not going to lie. As she just gets her counted out.
Winner, Stephanie the Diamond.
Are we starting to see some heel tendencies out of Runa? Normally they drag their competitor back into the ring and at least go for the pin, but this time she did not do that. The count got so late, she just leveled her and then dived back in to beat the count. And that was a very, very abruptly quick match. So next up, we have a tag team match with some rivalries involved, shall we say, as it is the Hollywood Blondes versus Emmy, I'm doing well, M and Pershi, which they also have a name that I do not remember. They'll be coming out in Agents of Chaos. That's what they are. So yes, there we are. I remembered now. So Kat and Ember taking on Pershi and M. These four women have a lot of beef with one another, and the rivalry that has been existing between Ember and M, which we kind of thought might have been over at the pay-per-view, has continued now in tag team form, as these four are ready to do battle. A big win here might set one of them up for a challenge for the title down the road. Of course, Ember and M were tag team partners for a number of months until a bit of a bad breakup happened. Here they come. It's the Hollywood Blondes. Or in this case, the Hollywood Blondes.
On the way to the ring, the Queen and Catherine, the Hollywood Blonde.
Honoring a team made famous by Brian Pillman and Steve Austin, back when he was stunning Steve Austin. Two ladies who have been on a tear individually. Honoring or stealing? Yeah, you take your pick, right? They'd say honoring. I'm not gonna lie. Even if they are stealing. We haven't heard from Steve Austin that he's upset. Let's put it that way. I'm sure if he is, he'll let them know.
And their opponent.
All right, here they come.
Percy
Newly
and
formed. They're
Emily,
the Agents of
the
Chaos.
Agents.
Em and Percy are just giving her down that ramp. Very quick. So it's the purple team versus the blonde team. Oh, look, a cease and desist order. I mean, wouldn't be the first time. All right, here we go. It's Ember versus Percy right out of the gate. And a backbreaker for Percy from Ember. Interesting that with Ember out, it was Percy and not Em that took her on. But over the past few weeks, these two ladies have been having quite the war, so adding 2 extra figures to this battle is definitely going to make for some combustible material. Big punch by Ember. She picks Percy up. She's got her up. Down she goes. Splatter shot on the mat. Drags her to the center of the ring. And tags in her partner, Kat. Kat, who last week used a baseball bat to relatively good effect to basically break up a match, is now involved fully with Ember. I understand Ember might be changing her look going forward for these matches, but we'll have to see. Needless to say, Percy and Kat locking up. These two have competed a couple times. Kat generally getting the better of this fight, so they definitely see both Em and Percy wanting to do good here. Been a while since Percy had a partner, last partnered up with Kat 50,000 in the Cosplay Warriors, so she would love nothing better than to be competing again for the championship title. Em now in, facing Kat, throws her into the corner, waiting for her to come out, grabs her, and takes her down. Sweeping the leg, Johnny. Em is nothing if not confident. Working away, Hurricane Rana takes Kat down again, but Kat rolls out. Pursuing her immediately outside the ring. Kat with a K catches Em, but Em catches her back and now bashes her off the apron. We're not going to have another count out, are we? Picks her up again. Oh, but Kat flips her over and comes in with a strike which almost catches her. Now, suplex. Throws Em down. Count continuing outside the ring. Elbow. Now what's she going to do with it? Nope. Going towards the stairs. Kat tried to ram her head into the stairs. We're at 7. Oh, Em not going to be silly. She throws her back in. And Kat comes in with a big strike. She's going to tag in her partner now. Looks like that's where we're headed. She awaits Percy. No, she doesn't tag her. She just lets him cross the ring and tag her partner. Strange decision making. Percy now coming in with a very nice looking kick. Catches her in the back of the knee. Working away now. Goes for the pin. One. No. Percy gearing up, getting herself psyched up. Kat still dazed, trying to get to her feet. Percy loses in, throws her into the corner, misses on the high knee lift. The Russian leg sweep takes her down, and now she tags an Ember. There she gets up immediately though. Runs into a big boot though. However, fires back, grabs and wrenches onto Ember. Now she's got her by the leg, turns her over. Coming in, stomps in the arm. Jawbreaker to Percy, and then just takes her over with a clothesline, which sends Percy to the floor. Picks her up again. Big chop. Another attempt, but misses. And now gets Ember up. What's she going to do with her now? Oh, off the apron. Down goes Ember. Percy throws her back in at 4. Follows her into the ring. She's got her where she wants her. Throws her in the corner. Here we go again. Oh, it is that big move. But Kat is interfering with the referee, so there will be no pinning attempt. Puts her in the corner. Goes to pick up him and launches her. Meanwhile, once again, Kat is interfering, getting in the way, tying up the referee. 1, 2. But the pinning attempt fails, probably because Kat was busily tying the referee up. Referee too busy trying to get Kat to get back under the ropes and not paying attention to what was going on in the ring. Ember in trouble once more. Stomp again. Could M had finished off Ember right then and there? We'll never know. But she is putting literal boots to Emily, dragging her, or Ember, drags her back in again, comes in, and that reverse dive splatters Ember. M just puts her foot on her chin and just grinds it in. Ember screams and picks her up again. No respect, no love lost, nothing friendly about this affair. This is a battle between two sides who do not like each other. Ember now gets tossed again thanks to Percy. Percy going for the pin. Kat breaks it up. M coming around to try and pinch off Kat. Drags her back into the ring. And now Percy works herself on the Kat instead of focusing on Ember. Maybe a mistake. You can't pin Kat. She doesn't count. And now she's let Ember get back to her feet. Oh my goodness, and that cost her. Messing around trying to deal with Kat, and they double team Ember. Keep in mind that Kat is not the legal person, has been in the ring a long time. Ember just devastated Percy there. Now Percy is close to their corner. Big clothesline, and another. And another. And now Ember's got Percy where she wants her. Oh, but as she goes to take her down, Percy finally fires back. But Ember's still got a lot of leg in her. Tries to take her into the corner. Percy fires out again, but again gets caught. And now it is a spear that takes her down. Ember's ready to make this one work for her. Working on the arm. Is she getting ready for the natural selection? Her signature move before she goes for the pin, usually. Ember disrespecting the audience. Oh, an arm drag takedown by Parrish gets her out of trouble. Now she runs across the ring, comes in. Oh, catches Ember. Ember does tag Kat, though. Saves herself and saves her team from a certain fail. Clothesline goes in. Kick from Parrish. Kat tries to follow it up and misses. However, she does catch Parrish. She's got her in a submission. It's that scissor choke. Parrish can't move. Is she going to tap? Is this going to be our second tap of the night? Yes, it is. Parrish taps. And Ember and Kat, the Hollywood Blondes, get their first team victory. My goodness. Very eventful match, this one. Kat saved her team. And you're right, Kurt, that submission is a very cool move. It's an awesome one to watch. It is a Carmella submission. I do not remember the name of it. The old cannonball dive looked good, but not enough. And Ember fought her way back to tag her partner. And because of that,
Queen and Catherine, the Hollywood Blondes.
the Hollywood Blondes win their first match as a team. Against the Agents of Chaos. Next up, we have Lizzie Jones versus the champ, Phoenix, facing off in a match which I don't believe has happened on a singles level to this point. I could be wrong on that. They may have met somewhere else, but these two ladies are definitely solid competitors. Lizzie has had a lot of success with Fate, and of course, Phoenix has had success at pretty much as a tag team member with B in the British Union. They were almost unstoppable. They are the longest serving champions of anybody in DCW, and they came very close to holding all the gold at one point. And Phoenix now going after and holding the World Championship. They want nothing more to continue that streak.
Making her way to the ring from Oregon, Elizabeth Sparks Jones.
All right, she's here. She's ready. Here comes the Queen, the leader, one might say, of the British Union now, the Women's World Champion.
And her opponent, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, the Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Nicole Champion.
All right, so Phoenix has been on a roll ever since she won the championship. She's been on a tear through the division. I think she would like nothing more than to show that she can win consistently and constantly, and this would be a good starting point as she faces a challenge at some point down the road, and Lizzie would like nothing more than to be that challenge. And here we go. They lock up immediately, or at least they attempt to. Lizzie tried to go for a quick strike right off the bat but missed. And Phoenix got her, and woo, things went for a little drop off for a minute, but we are back in action. And a Hurricane Rana from Lizzie catches Phoenix. Tries to go for a stomp, but misses. Drops the knee on the lower back. And again. Waiting for Phoenix. She's been working away on her. Choking on her now. And now goes for a quick pin, surprisingly. One. Yeah, I mean, the champ's not going to go down like that. You would think, anyway. Another kick to the lower back. Definitely an area of concern for Lizzie. Probably looking at some of the moves, especially the Kurakuda clutch, which, when applied, can be devastating. And she takes her down. Big spinning DDT that catches the champ. Champ in big trouble here, right off the bat. One. Another one count, though. Waiting for her to get to her feet and then catches her with a boot to the face. So far, it's been all Lizzie. Oh, but no, she still continues to manage to get the better of Phoenix. Champ finally firing back. What is it this week with champions struggling against opponents? And a Hurricane Rana for her pleasure takes her down. And here Lizzie goes to the top rope and drops an elbow. And now goes for a pin. 1, 2. And if Lizzie gets the win in this match, you gotta think she's got to be in for a shot at the championship. Maybe even as soon as Unbreakable. Phoenix, on the other hand, knows she can't afford to have anybody challenge her. She has to beat them. She has to make them pay at every level. If she can get that, she'll escape with her title at Unbreakable no matter who she faces. Thrown over the top rope. She's on the apron. Lizzie just waiting for her to get something going so she can move in on her now. Kicks her. Oh! DDT on the apron edge. Connects. And now, but Phoenix fires back with a kick. But still in jeopardy. Lizzie tosses her back in the ring. And then bounces her off the ropes. Spinning DDT again. So far, so good for the challenger. She continues to make the champion look pretty foolish. There we go. Oh, foot on the ropes. 1, 2. No. Lizzie gets caught, but she does catch Phoenix again. Oh, and it's a sunset flip bomb. Seemed like she was going to go for something more. She didn't. An elbow dropped onto the inner thigh. Now she goes again. 1. Phoenix so far kicking out consistently, but got to be weared down. After all this offense by Lizzie, you got to think the champ's in trouble. Lizzie trying to get to the corner, struggling to do so. Finally does. Going towards the top rope. She's up on top. Getting ready to leap. She does. Connecting with the champion. Champion in big danger here. Lizzie throws her across the ring into the corner. Belly. Oh, tries to go for a belly to belly, but gets caught out. Now Phoenix trying to get some control. Gets her into the Kura clutch. Is this the end? Have we seen the champ win out of nowhere? No. A little too soon for a submission. Lizzie's been holding most of the offense. Oh, big boot to the face. Tries to go for another one, but instead gets caught. Phoenix surprising. Now going for the ankle lock. She's got that locked in. 2 submission holds. But Lizzie able to kick her way out of that one. Lizzie's got it set up. She's going to power bomb her. She does. Going for the pin. 1, 2. No. So far, Phoenix's offense has been very limited. Lizzie's been controlling most of the match, although she did get caught out very briefly. She has control again. Sends Phoenix into the corner, deliberately walks up. Spear. And then a boot. And here we go again. And a third time coming. And she catches her one last time. Lizzie's got an opportunity here to actually get one over on the champion. Phoenix reeling. Stands to her feet. She's shaky. Oh, the boot connects. The champ is down. Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Oh, so close. Lizzie is just on the verge. Can she do it? Can Sparky find what she needs to get the final shot in? She's going for it again, that high-risk leap. It's that leap of faith. Is she going to connect? Champ staggering to her feet. Knees drop down. Catch Phoenix in the head. Picks her back up again. Wrenches on the neck. Not sure why she's doing that. Why not just go for the pin at this point? But she's just wrenching off, and now Phoenix is going to get to her feet. Punches her way out of danger. Now she has an opportunity, but immediately followed up. Every time Phoenix thinks she has her, Lizzie catches her again. The champion is in so much trouble in this match. She has not got anything in the way of offense in. 2 small submission move attempts. A pin. 1, 2. Oh, Phoenix kicks out. But how much more can she take? The punishment, a jawbreaker. Maybe the last gasp by the champion. She's finally starting to move. German suplex. Catches Lizzie. The offense finally coming. Drops an elbow. And another. And another. So now the champion back in control. Drops a boot to Lizzie's face. She's not about to let this happen. She is too convinced of her own success to believe that she can be taken out in such a cheap way, in such a commanding way. So she is now putting pressure onto the arm. Lilu fighting, trying to get it free, but doesn't. Basically, Phoenix just lets her go. Picks her back up, and that was a mistake. Big European uppercut. Kick catches and staggers Phoenix, but Phoenix reverses, trips her up, gets her back up. It's in that ankle lock again. At the edge of the ropes, but instead she reverses it, gets herself back to her feet. Lizzie comes in, tries to go for a strike. Phoenix catches her knee to the midsection, sends her down. And she rams her head into the turnbuckle. Champion now taking back control. High, raking knee lift. This could be it right here, but no, Phoenix thought she had her. Lizzie comes in. Hurricane Run onto the mat. Lizzie finally able to get back into some sense of control after Phoenix had taken hold of this match for a bit. Lizzie looking to connect again. Coming in for a third time. And that boot connects once more. Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Ooh. Lizzie can't believe it. She thought she had Phoenix right then, right there. She's demanding, asking, pleading for Phoenix to get to her feet, but instead drags her to her feet. That, again, may have been a mistake. Big knee catches her again. The champ trying to take back control. Stomps on the arm after struggling in this match. The champion is trying to fight back. Pinning attempt, but it's a sloppy cover. But it's still got a 2 count, even at that. Lizzie wrenches the leg, sending Phoenix back down to the mat. Phoenix pulling herself up on the ropes. She's dazed, she's confused. She can't believe that this match is going like this. Chop, punch, chop, punch, chop. Connect, 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 but that foot misses. But doesn't miss again, and she double connects there with a big boot. Goes for the pin again. Is the champ down? 1, 2. Holy cow. How many close calls? That's at least 2 that have been 2.5, 2 3/4. Kick to the knee again. Here she comes in with it. It is that Hurricane Rana from the knees. She has Phoenix where she wants her. She's going to go up. It's the frog splash coming up, and that'll be the end of this. She has it. She lays it in there. She needs to go for the pin, but she's so winded. It's been such a struggle. She stands her up. Things kind of get a little iffy here, but we recovered. Throws her into the corner. Chases her down. But Phoenix playing possum. Rings on the arm. Wrenches it around. Hits. And now throws Lizzie in the corner. Oh, the high knee lift misses. Lizzie comes in again and catches her with that foot. That strike. Devastating 3rd time connecting. Lizzie going for the pin again. Is this the one? 1, 2. No. Champ not going to go down like that, but she's got to be reeling. She doesn't stand to her feet. She doesn't even get to her knees. She just lays back down on the mat. And that may be her undoing. She may just be too worn out. Lizzie has been painting her up all match. And even though Phoenix has been able to fire back a little bit more in the last half, she is still in big trouble. Takes her down. Stomps on her again. Puts her into the camel clutch. Straining on the back, getting her ready to put on that submission. Lizzie able to get one arm free and able to break herself out of that move. Camel clutch, the worst clutch. Throws her into the corner. Oh, but misses. And now Phoenix back body drops her. But doesn't catch that time. And now Lizzie throws her back in the corner. Tries to go for the high knee lift, but Phoenix squeaks out of there. However, she gets caught again. Suplex City. Lizzie goes for the pin again. 1, 2, 3. She does it. Finally, after a hellacious match, she gets a very important victory on the road to challenging for the championship. And that one will go down as a massive win for Lizzie against someone who is a very, very difficult competitor. And she controlled probably 75% of this match.
Here is your winner, Elizabeth Sparks.
So Lizzie Jones with a big win. Next up, we have Brenna versus Tabby. Things cut out a little bit on that match, but we got through it. Tabitha Sawyer Monroe to face Brenna. Brenna Aldenheim. Last name. These two ladies, one a rookie, the other one a old veteran champion, former champion. Someone who, shall we say, doesn't really enjoy taking on people who kind of take the piss, and she will be ready, willing, and able to make all of them pay if she can.
Making her way to the ring from Seattle, Washington, the Terror Sawyer.
So Tabby coming to the ring. Opportunity for her to get off to a good start. She'd love nothing more than to get a victory over Brenna. Someone who, while she struggled at late, is definitely kind of one of those big game hunting sort of situations. You want that one. But in order to get that one, you have to face Brenna. Gotta think Brenna wants to be back in the title picture herself. She has
And
struggled.
her opponent from Valhalla, the Barbarian.
In matches where it's mattered, she has not done very well as of late, so she will want to gain a victory here to set her up to go after possibly Phoenix down the road. All right, we're about to lock up between the rookie and the veteran. Once again, it's another young competitor. One of her first chances to get in this match, and she does it with authority. Hurricane Rana right out of the gate and a boot to the head. Drops an elbow, and then a knee, but then misses, or a boot, then misses on the follow-up. And now the Barbarian is back in control for the first time. Or in control for the first time. Gets taken over. Trying to cut off the speed of the younger, smaller competitor. Brenna gets her cut off and takes her out. You gotta think those landings, when you're landing on that wood that's underneath the mattress, it's gotta hurt when you just splatter like that. Drops a boot. Oh! And then she just catches her with a very cool little move. Picks her up. Chop to the chest. Kick to the back of the leg, and again. Sets her up for a suplex, but the bigger competitor blocked it and actually reversed it into her own suplex, and then catches Tabby again. Tabby, however, comes back, fires up, and takes Brenna out of the ring. Big kick catches her in the knee and drops Brenna one more time. Another strike here. This is going to be another count-out situation. It's been happening kind of frequently where people are on the outside forever. But Brenna gets in at 4. This time they both do. And immediately, Tabby follows up. She's got her locked in an arm lock, putting pressure onto Brenna, who typically uses her own version of an arm bar to actually gain advantage in those fights. But she's struggling right now, and she had to fight her way out of this one. Whoop. Tabby takes her over. It's a sunset pin. 1. Picks her up again. I don't know. I kind of wonder if you've got somebody dazed on the ground while you're picking them up. Comes in with a big knee lift that catches Tabby. Tabby in trouble. Taken over again. Struggling to get to her feet. Brenna was waiting, but Tabby comes in and surprises her with a reversal. Could we see an upset? could Brenna be on the road to having a real set of struggles where she cannot get victories? Tabby's got her set up. This one's going to be a high. Cut her off the top rope, or the second rope. And then a 2 count. Tabby almost getting the win right then and there. Brenna getting worked over, but finally coming back with a strike. Couple of knees takes Tabby down. Throws her to the opposite corner, comes in with a big knee to the stomach. And now she's got Tabby up again and drops her on her back one more time. It's that kind of move you're trying to take the breath out of your competitor, you know. You can hit them hard enough, they can't get their breath back. And then you've got an opportunity for possibly to go for a pin like this. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Brenna does what Brenna does. She gains a big victory over the younger competitor. Brenna not finished with Tabby. She comes back at her again. And as Brenna is wont to do, she puts some leather into her competitor. After the match, taking advantage of her. And once again, Brenna's victorious, heading towards Unbreakable. Next up, B versus Zoe. A match that would give Zoe an opportunity to fight for the internet title if she can get a win here tonight. Something I know she wants to do desperately is actually start to get singles victories. Her and Lizzie both. And with her partner having got the win earlier tonight, she would love nothing better than to beat the other British Union member and the internet champion. B, as per usual, is on quite the trail of victories and has been, I would say, bar none, the best competitor in DCW. She knows how to win, she gets them, and she's won championships all along the path.
Making her way to
Here
the
comes
ring
Zoe.
from Great Falls, Montana, the Chosen One.
Zoe, on the other hand, has had several victories. She's challenged for titles, but to date hasn't been able to win at either singles or tag team level. But she would love it if she could, especially against this woman, show her a new side, a winning side.
And her opponent, from England, the Internet Champion, the Queen Bee Champion.
So make no mistake, B is a threat anytime she's in the ring. She's held the Internet Championship almost a month now, and she will want nothing more than to continue her reign and show Zoe just what it is to get wins and to basically grab that ring, that brass ring, as Austin brought up on Blast this week. Cutter by Zoe. Oh, Sabrina. Why is Sabrina here? She slides into the ring, and B tries to take her out, Not quite sure what Sabrina's trying to accomplish. Match is still going because Sabrina hasn't hit anybody yet. Not sure what she's up to here. And she's still waiting. I know there's some unfinished business between these two. Oh, there it is. So B wins by disqualification as Sabrina interferes to take B out. I think message sent is you're taking me on. And I suspect that B will have nothing more she can say about that other than, fine, do it. So don't be surprised if that is the competition for the Internet Championship. But you got to feel for Zoe. That had nothing to do with her. And she can't be happy about that. And next up, we're about to hear from the champ. Not quite sure what she's got to say. But apparently she wants to address the audience. After that loss to Lizzie, she certainly can't be happy. And once again, we hear Rule Britannia as Phoenix comes to the ring. Showing her typical disrespect towards the audience. Picks up the microphone and she's ready to speak. Good evening, my loyal subjects. Welcome to my show. Please show your respect to your queen. You are fortunate I come before you tonight to take on the peasants DCW places before me. None can stand in my way, and if the management cannot see that, I guess I have no one left to fight. Interesting, I should have lost tonight. No one can defeat me. They did. And the queen will reign forever, and all will bow to my greatness. Again, you did get defeated. The British Union are in this for the long haul, so feast your eyes upon the greatest champion of all times. Your champion, my people. So I will say it for you. Long live the Queen. My goodness, she has a short-term memory issue. Oh, and she's gonna hear from someone. Here comes Tamara. Not going to be happy. I had heard she was going to be putting out a challenge to Phoenix. And now she's out. Meanwhile, Professor Fox is playing Final Fantasy. Or at least he was. All right. What does Tamara have to say here now? Why are you out here? That was Phoenix. So, I just needed to say something before I burst. You know me. I do not want to hear anything from you. Return back to where you and your ilk belong. You sully my royal presence by being here, and no one wants to hear your comments anyway. So shoo, back with you. Let me finish what I was saying to my subjects. The way I see it, you're not saying anything of interest. So I thought I would come out and help you. Maybe a challenge for you. Stop right there. You think you're better than me? We beat you several times, if I remember. I personally whooped your ass in this ring on more than one occasion. So go away, Tamara. You're nothing but a loser anyway. As I remember it, the last time we fought, Sabrina and I kicked your asses all around the ring. So with that in mind, how about you face me at Unbreakable? and I prove that you're better than me. It's adorable that you think your one win somehow gives you any right to face this queen. Back of the line, bitch. Back to the trailer park with you now. Go. Go now. Speaking of wins, didn't you just fluke this title? I cannot remember you deserving a win. So show me how good you are and how unworthy I am. Stop talking and face me one-on-one. You know what? You talk. Okay, fine. You get your match for the title. But on one condition. You face me in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Alright, a street fight? I hope you come prepared, princess, because come next Wednesday, you're going to lose that crown. To quote a friend of mine, and that's a fact, Jack. Strong words by both competitor and champion. It looks like we got a match for Unbreakable. It is Tamara versus Phoenix in a no-holds-barred street fight for the championship. Winner take all. So Lizzie will get her shot, but that ain't happening at this pay-per-view. So now we have our Tag Team Women's Champions facing off against the Unprofessionals. The last tag team match for these two women for at least a little while, a couple of weeks. And certainly an opportunity for them to hold on to their belts because they will both be engaged in matches at the pay-per-view. So they will not be defending the titles if they win tonight. If the Unprofessionals win, they will actually be defending the titles. So we'll have to see what happens here. I know for a fact in talking to Kat 50,000 earlier, she is raring to try and get this title away from these two. And it will be intriguing to see how this match goes. As Abyss of Eternity have held the belts for a couple of months, so they have an opportunity to continue that reign. Currently the longest title holders in DCW. Don't know what it is about the Women's Tag Championship, but it is hard to get it off of someone once they have it. Alright, here we go. Here comes the Unprofessionals. It's Cheeky and Cat 50,000 coming to the ring. So the Unprofessionals coming to the ring with their pom-poms ablaze, as they do. Ready to cheer on a championship opportunity. But to do that, they have to go through these two ladies. Here comes Abyss of Eternity. With their fancy entrance, here these ladies come. The champions, and certainly the most dangerous tag team champions on Attitude, and possibly could hold all the gold come the end of Unbreakable. Wouldn't that be a kick in the pants for British Union if instead of maintaining and holding the championships, they end up losing them to the team that beat them for the tag championships? Oh my goodness. I don't know if they'd be willing and ready to actually deal with that. So, Abyss of Eternity won the championships back at Downfall. They've held these titles since April 15th, and they have been on a tear through the division ever since. Certainly they will want nothing more than to gain the heavyweight championship, the internet championship to go along with these titles. As I said, it would make a very interesting situation if they held all the gold. For now, they have to focus on defending these championships right here, right now, tonight. So here we go.
Women's Tag Team Caitlin, Kitty, on the way to the ring. Caitlin and Kitty, Varsity Club. Caitlin, Kitty, and their opponents. They are the champions. The original gangsta, Pong, and the destroyer, the Ministry of Darkness.
AOE looking bound and determined. They don't want any shenanigans in this match. They just want to make sure they get the victory. Finish this off this week and worry about the others next week. And here we go. Ring in that bell. This is our main event, everybody. I believe. Yes, it is. This is the main event. Almost forgot. Working away. Cheeky now working on Tamara's arm. Wrenching it over. Roaring, as Cheeky often does. And then takes Tamara out of the ring to the floor again. This has been an evening of going out of the ring. Oof. Big back hand strike and a series of headbutts. Cheeky just uses her head to go to town on Tamara. Oh, big boot sends her down again. This is not where you want to be, Cheeky. You need her in to get the count. There she goes. Throws her back into the ring after taking her to school. Heads up to the top rope. However, that allows Sabrina to get in, and so Cheeky could not accomplish what she was hoping. And in the end, that came back to haunt her. Sabrina tries to go for a couple of kicks, misses. Working her way. Oh, big European uppercut catches her. Cheeky finally firing, and she catches her with a high knee. And a Russian leg sweep to go along with it. Now, is she going to tag in her partner? No, she just picks up Sabrina, starts working her way at her again, but instead, Sabrina takes her over. And then tries to combine again on her, but gets caught out. Cheeky throws her into the corner, follows it up with a high knee. That is the kind of attack that sets you up, but Sabrina gets out of it. A little bit of delay there, and then she suplexes her to go along with it. Cheeky trying to tag her partner, but gets caught by Sabrina. He now works away on that neck area. Continues to drag her away, but Cheeky gets to her feet. Sabrina picks her up again. Powers her onto her knee. And now, well, I thought she was looking to tag her partner, but instead she goes for another move. Wheelbarrow powerbomb. And now, what'd she do? Oh, she's going for a submission. She's got her up in this really awkward submission move. And Cheeky elbows her way out of it. Sabrina almost had her there. Cheeky has not had a good run since she went outside. And now she's getting pounded on. Finally reverses. Moves in on Sabrina. Delays for a second. That allows Sabrina to take advantage. And now she just takes her to the woodshed. Cheeky down on her face. Stomp to the back of her leg. Knee to the back of the head. Trying to get to her feet. Does wobbly, but Sabrina catches her again, and it's another wheelbarrow power slam. She's going to drag her back towards her corner. Yes. This would be an opportune point to tag in Tamara. Yep. This, I assume that's what she's up to. She keeps trying to drag her. Oh, going for the pin instead. 1, 2. Cheeky kicks out at just over 2. Tamara back in. Comes in and catches her with a natural selection. Stomp to the leg. And a high barging move, and then sends her into Sabrina's knees. Sabrina back in. That was a quick tag. Drops her. Cheeky has not been able to get much in the way of offense and has not been able to tag in the partner. Kat has yet to be in this match. And so far, so good for the champions. Getting dragged back towards the middle of the ring. Punches now being thrown on Cheeky's forehead. Cheeky finally back up. Sabrina tried to duck out of the way, but doesn't. And now finally, Kat 50,000 in the ring. Throws Sabrina across the ropes, and then they double bomb her, or flip her. Pick her back up again. Opportunity to try and finish off Sabrina. But Sabrina fires back. Turns the sucker around. Sets Kat against the ropes. And just elevates her into them effectively. Sabrina drags her back. Turns Kat over. And sets her up for this wheelbarrow slam one more time. And then puts her in that submission hold again. It is a very painful submission coming out of the wheelbarrow slam. But again, this time it's Kat who fires out of it. Kat struggling to get back to her feet. And looked like she was heading towards Cheeky, but instead realized she needed to do something about Sabrina. She was getting up and she catches her. She's got her in a submission. It's kind of a attitude adjustment like move, but instead gets hit. Turns Sabrina over and power slams her. But Sabrina is able to tag to Tamara. Tamara comes in, dropping an arm. Oh, but the second one gets caught and she gets splattered into the mat. Kat 50,000 with a big hit. Big opportunity now. Hip attack coming in. Sabrina is down and out. Tamara is the only one there. If Kat takes her out, this will be it, and we will have new champions. She's got her in the Kirakuda clutch. She's in the clutch. She's squeezing. It's the Asuka lock, the other description I've heard it called. She is putting a tremendous amount of pressure. Will she tap? No, she doesn't. Gets herself out of it somehow. Kat throws her to the corner. Looks like she's going to tag Cheeky back in, but gets a boot to the face instead. Kat should have held that submission longer. She had an opportunity to get out of that match and get the championship, but instead let go, and I think that was a mistake. And Tamara gets bashed into the apron. They are outside the ring again. And it is... Oops, she tried to go for a suplex, but that fell apart. Tamara grabs onto Kat, her arch companion, throws her into the side of the barrier, picks her up again. Strike after strike after strike, and a back heel to go one more time. Now she's dragging Kat back towards the ring. Bashes her off the apron. Oh! We are again at a possibility of a count out. We are at 8, and she's trying to throw her back in. It's not working. Neither of these two are getting in. It's at 9. Tamara gets counted out. That's not good. Okay, for some reason the referee restarted the count. I would have thought that would have been a count out, but instead, Tamara gets back in. I mean, the Unprofessionals wouldn't have wanted a count out. A count out does them no good. Tag to Sabrina. They are going for their finishing move. Here it is. That big punch, and then she jumps and lands on her. Sabrina has got Cheeky set up for the end. Going for the pin, but broken up by Cat 50,000. Now, Tamara has her up on her shoulders and backdrops her. It's another opportunity to put an end to this. Cheeky stumbling to her feet. AOE has got them where they want them. It's that wheelbarrow slam again. Pinning attempt. What? Oh my goodness, Cheeky got right out of that. I'm really surprised. Yeah, I guess the tag restarted. In fact, yeah. Yeah, I can only think that's basically what happened was the tag restarted the match. Or restarted the count. Sabrina picks her up. Tries to get her ready for a move, but instead falls victim to a cutter. Kick from Cheeky. Picking her out. Finally, some offense. Still have Cat 50,000 still down on the outside. Sabrina back to her feet, but right into it. And now a cradle DDT. Something Sabrina is very familiar with, and a pinning attempt. 1, 2. Tamara kind of gave it her sweet time before she actually broke that up. And now Cheeky goes out of the ring. I think she was trying to pursue Tamara, but instead realizes nobody's out there. Steps back in the ring. Sabrina being worked on. Cheeky finally, seemingly, is making a match of this. Oh, big clothesline, followed by another. And then a kick, which catches Sabrina in the face, but Sabrina right back up. Axe handle hit nothing and no one. Gonna fall into another. Oh no, it's a cradle suplex. Pulls her back towards the center of the ring. Stomps on her hand. Got her in some sort of submission move. Putting pressure on the back. Kind of an inverted Scorpion Death Drop or something along the line. But instead, Sabrina fires out. This time she catches with the double axe handle. Dragging Cheeky back towards the corner again. Tamara's clinging on the ropes there. She doesn't look like she's ready to go back in. Sabrina with an arm bar, stretching that arm. Trying to waste and work over Cheeky. Finally a tag in. Here comes Tamara. She's ready for Cheeky to get to her feet, but instead she picks her up. Big clothesline and another. And then comes in with a kick of her own. Is Cheeky in trouble? Crowd don't seem very happy with this attack on the Unprofessionals. Not quite sure why. Neither side would be what you would consider to be the bad team or the heel team. So I'm not sure what the crowd's getting annoyed about. Tamara throws Cheeky into the corner, comes in with a big strike which catches her and sends her to the mat. Picks her up straight away. Doesn't let her catch her breath. Throws her back into the corner again. Tags in Sabrina. Opportunity here. It is their finishing move again. Down goes Sabrina. Opportunity to pin and end this match. Cat 50,000 coming in. Going to be cut off? No. She does put a stop to the match. To the pin, I should say. Cheeky in trouble, though still she's not out of the woods here. She has not been able to get offense going for a little bit here. The champ's back under control. Here comes another wheelbarrow slam. Bam! And one more time. Looking to turn things around. She's got her in that submission. It is such a painful... Oh! And this time around, there's no getting out. Cheeky submits. An Abyss of Eternity. AOE maintain the championships as they defeat Cheeky and Kat, the Unprofessionals, holding on to that championship, going into Unbreakable, knowing they have an opportunity to hold all the gold. These two ladies are going to want to win desperately. And certainly, this is a great way to end your last match before on a victory. And once again, champions, tag champions.
Here are your winners.
For 2
and
straight months.
Still the women's tag team, the original gangsta, Pom, and the Destroyer, the Ministry of Darkness.
And there we go. The champion's reign continues. And we will see what happens next Wednesday at Unbreakable as these two will fight the British Union for the 2 women's championships. It will be a raucous, hard-fought, chaotic matches to be sure. And that tag match was a good one. There's nothing to be ashamed about if you are the Unprofessionals. And they will be back, I'm sure, to have another kick at that can. Until next week, everyone, thank you for joining us. And we will see you all next time at Unbreakable next week.